Okay, welcome to Focus Pilates. My name is Daniel Dittmar. I'm the head instructor here at Focus Pilates, and as well as I'm a qualified exercise physiologist. Just today we're at our new Orchard studio, which we opened in May. We have a studio at Raffles Place as well. And just to give you a quick introduction of what we do, we provide Pilates services as well as physiotherapy services. Okay, we integrate both of these to work both with people with injuries as well as people coming in for sports conditioning. In particular, golf. It's very good for improving your golf swing. Okay, so in your golf swing, the spine, it's very important that it's rotating from the right areas. Most often people that come into our studio, they tend to have quite a stiff spine. And so when you've got a stiff spine, it's not able to rotate at every level of the spine. Okay, so for example, when you're at home, if you want to just see how well your spine rotates with poor posture versus good posture, all you need to do is slouch. Okay, slouch and then you rotate, and see how you won't be able to rotate very well as if you're standing tall or sitting tall and rotating. Now, where this relates to golf is at your address. Okay, if you're addressing the ball and you have a rounded spine, it means that your rotation is going to be limited versus a lengthened spine. Okay, so we're here with the barrel. This particular piece of equipment is very effective for mobilizing the spine and improving the flexibility of your spine. Okay, particularly if you spend 8 hours a day in front of the computer as well as playing golf. Okay, so for the barrel here, I'm sitting down quite low, bring my hands around behind my head, and then from here I roll down segmentally. So I'm articulating from every level of the spine and then extending over. You see how my spine is wrapping around the barrel, which is kind of opposite to that kyphotic posture we have in front of the computer all day. Okay, and then from here, I start from the top of the spine, I roll up, drawing the abdominals in, curling up to sit tall like that. Okay, so that's our roll down on the barrel. Quite often with clients they come into the studio, they have all sorts of muscle imbalances. When we have muscle imbalances, for example, we have one muscle group which is too weak and another muscle which is too tight on the opposing muscle, on the opposing side of the body, the joint doesn't function so well. Okay, so what we need to do is look at rebalancing the muscles to allow the muscles to return back to their normal length so that they can function properly. So we're here with the trapeze table now. Okay, so I'm going to do an exercise we call leg spring series. Okay, and this is going to release our hip flexors. Okay, the muscles in the front of the hip, which if you're sitting down all day, okay, tend to get quite short and they will pull on your back. Okay, so I slide down on the trapeze table, bringing my left foot into the strap, straighten the leg out like this, and then I press the leg down, and then I fold from the hip, bring the leg up. So I'm isolating the movement just from the leg. So what I'm feeling here is the hamstrings are working, so it's great for strengthening the hamstrings, which in most people tend to be quite weak. And through strengthening the hamstrings, I'm reciprocally releasing the hip flexors. Okay? As well as challenging my core to keep my spine in neutral. That. Okay. So you see how I was moving through the legs there, that my pelvis and my back was staying nice and steady, nice and still. Okay. So some of you out there have probably done a lot of static stretching, okay, to try and improve flexibility. It has limited benefit, but what is most important is that you bring the muscles back into proper alignment and proper length. Then the body is going to achieve its proper flexibility. Okay, so now the hip here is feeling much lighter, okay, much lighter at least than this hip here.